Yeah, we're back with another match on the play with the Eldrazi. Opener is kind of mopey. I'll take them all. This hand is very dependent on what the Once Upon a Time drags in. If I knew it was hitting a green source, the hand would be keepable. If I knew it was hitting a soul land, the hand would be good. There's not that many soul lands that just work on their own turn one, like Ancient Tomb, City of Traders. I think I'm going to mull. It's just too much of a chance, it just doesn't do it. Hand's still bad. I'm gonna put the 2 Tron pieces on the bottom to keep them in the deck and keep them live by being in the library, and then just exile the rest. This 5's actually really good. Okay. Yeah, it's just gonna produce a Marrow Age on turn 3, so happy with that. Try and get some information with this bauble. So Flooded Strand. Actually only one short of kicking a Micro Spawn turn 2. Nice thing about this line slash combo is that it's not really going to be, well, it's counterspell proof, so if they counter this micro spawn, I still get to get the search trigger. Another bauble. Bite. Oh, did I? I hope I didn't. Serum powder has been saved. I don't know. Okay, the plan is still live. I do this a lot where I just neglect to think about what my serum powder's done. Definitely a mark against the card. Sometimes you exile a card you really do need to hold on to, but not one of those times at least. I'm hoping this is like blue-black, not blue-white. White has a lot more clean answers to a Marrow Age, so if that is the case, then we're pretty much a one-trick pony this game. We're going to make it Marrow Age, and if it wins the game, it wins the game. If it doesn't, then it's that. I mean, we're not completely dead if the Marrow Age dies, but I don't like our odds. That's it. Floater red, then crack delta. So they're tapping that for something. Maybe it's the Mardu deck I've been hearing about. Yeah. definitely kind of stompy deck. So Blood Boil next turn, or possibly Blood Boil next turn. Okay. So Maya's doing some heavy lifting. Making sure my lands stay functional, which I appreciate. Play this. Play the Talisman because I can still activate the stage. And I guess I'm attacking. My hand doesn't have the luxury to not Thespian Sage, so outside of them inting and revealing a swords, I'm just going for it. He comes in. I do discard. The Maya. Switch around. I think in this one. Get an Inti. Do they have a prismatic ending to make my life? Palace Jailer, even worse. Oh man. There's not that many sorcery speeds as opposed to instant speed answers to Merit Laser. I get punished every time. That said, we can take the initiative from them and then play a blocker. Oh, sorry, take them on. I think they have like prismatic ending and Palace Jailer are the things that punish that play. Maybe that's silly though. I guess I win the game if I do it, so there's just no reason to even let those two outs be a possibility. Because if they have the swords already, then doing it in combat doesn't matter. They're just going to do it either way, so the timing doesn't affect it. Yeah, probably is just wrong to do it in retrospect. This game's still kind of not actually looking that bad, to be honest. They're going to jump. We're going to make 2 3/3s, and if they play a Blood Boil, then we get to we'll get to attack back at it. they'll hopefully not have a removal spell. If they have a removal spell as well, then that'd be rough. We also are going to untap our Mana Vault on upkeep, and then that'll let us possibly play something big the following turn. We do have 7 mana, so we're not actually doing too terribly. And if we get to take the Monarchy back here, and the initiative, I'll feel relatively good. Let's play Blood Boil, get the Plains, and does not use the doesn't play the Plains. They want to keep their city around. Makes sense. Definitely happy to just untap this. That'll be good next turn. I think I'm just hitting them. If I attack with one of them, they're just going to trade. Yeah, we're going to attack them both. The forest isn't even that bad here. Yep. Many triggers to get my forest. Play that forest. Draw one instep. I feel pretty good about taking back initiative next turn as well. They just hit me here. Sure, they take Monarch initiative, but I'll kill whatever the blocker is and then have 2 attackers. So outside of like double removal spell, should be good to take initiative back next turn. That said though, the Eternal Scourge is more vulnerable to removal than most things. This Crown of Madness would even kill it. The Comet. Oh boy, I'm dead. Comet always rolls 6s against me, so it's fun. No, let's see. How many 6s can you put together? No 6s. I should be so lucky. So I could just kill Comet, but I imagine just Devourer, kill Comet, attack, take initiative back, and Monarch is going to be the line we have. I'm hoping they don't play a land. If they do play a land and sack their city, it's very telling. Okay, they are doing that. It's very likely a bolt or a push to clean up this Scourge. Scourge. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it's very rare that I don't have 2 color sources, but yeah, I don't. So I'm gonna have to tap the Mana Vault no matter what to play the Devourer. I think that's okay. 2. I guess the good news here is that they're probably going to bolt the Devourer in combat to keep the initiative, which means we get to play it again post combat. Kill that dog. We could also not have a spell with this playing the Badlands. They're maybe just trying to. They've got 2 or 3 lands in hand. They know that they're going to have 4 mana next turn either way, so could be that. What have we got? Options. Lost spell do. Actually forget. Try to. We'll just do the usual forge. I don't really want to put counters on the Scourge just because it's so vulnerable. So we'll just make this, I guess, Unholy Heat Proof, or yeah, the extra toughness probably isn't a big deal, but may as well do that compared to how vulnerable this would be otherwise. For a Malta 5 that double Stone Rained itself after the Dark Depths combo, his hands really come together. I guess that's kind of the double-edged sword of initiative, is that when it does get taken, it gives your opponent heaps of resources to catch back up themselves. So definitely seeing that here. One's at Eulalia. I guess they're just trying to high roll to a swords, maybe. Yeah. Alright, so Mardu, initiative. Let's see. I'm happy to cut Candelabra. When they side in Artifact Hate, this is usually gets caught up in it, and they also have likely Blood Moons, so happy to cut it on both of those accounts. Scourge is pretty bad as a body that just is kind of vulnerable. I find Khan's a bit too slow on the draw against these really quick decks. Null-Drift is pretty slow as well. And maybe Ballista? Ballista's always fine, but again, suffers from opponents bringing in Artifact Hate that this gets swept up by, like a Brotherhood's End or what have you. Happy to do Torpor Orb. I know it's against like designated or like very specific initiative decks. I'm happy to bring in Torpor Orb, knowing that they just aren't going to be that scary if they don't have initiative. Like if they're Bloodtide Sorcery, well, Bloodtide Sorcerer is a just a 3/3 for 4 mana, then that's really not the end of the world. Maybe something like this. Cutting all this slow stuff and just ensuring I play to the board. Yeah, this looks okay. It's a tempting hand if this Once Upon a Time finds Urza's land. It's not terrible, but again, I think the trick with Once Upon a Time is making sure that you don't think of the best case scenario. You kind of imagine the worst case and assume it does that, and then kind of analyze your hand on that basis. So if this just gets like a Seagate Refuge or some land that doesn't make multiple mana, this hand's pretty ordinary. Let's take them all. It seems okay. I will keep. I guess the plan being turn 1 it, turn 2 Matter Shaper. So let's leave the Cradle in the deck and then Gemstones the Probe. Doesn't leave a lot of resources, but it does play to the board quickly, and sometimes that's more important than your late game against this kind of a deck. Also, add a bonus that's got no reliance on artifacts. Always nice game 2 when you can just your opponent might have brought in Null Rod and everything, and you just play 2 Eldrazi. We'll see if that ends up being the case, but there's always the hope. So it's really nice when you go game 1, Soul Ring, Grim Monolith, and just like Mystic Forge and just play heaps of artifacts, and then they oversideboard in Artifact Hate. And then game 2, you just play some Eldrazi Beatdown, and they're sitting looking at a Null Rod in hand that does nothing, and that's always a nice spot to be in. Let's go Talisman, Stirrings here. Take the Soul Ring, I think. Yeah. Go good. Means we can play it and Matter Shaper the following turn, or next turn, and then have access to 6 and 5. Still a ways from the Ulamog, but you gotta take steps to get up to it where you can. Failure, nice. No White Plume here, but 3-drop slot in these Stompy decks is the scary bit. Failure, Broadsides. Yeah, it's always White Plume. That's 2 points now. This card's way too good. Especially with Failure. Just go crazy. This one's not looking good. We're gonna have to probably draw like ramp next turn to facilitate a Ulamog the following turn to really have a shot before this White Plume just killed us. So it's already a 5/5, which is getting trapped the next turn. I guess we could draw like a Dismember, but it's going pretty quick. Oh, even, yeah, White Plume just untaps. Yeah, card's good. Card's really good. Saga's good. It will probably let us get to Bulldog in 2 turns from now, but I don't have to live that long to go. Definitely more than happy to throw this Matter Shaper in front of anything it can get in front of, but every chance that they just flicker it with Failure. And yeah, they've got another initiative thing now, they're going to get to the final room this turn, which is very unlikely to be beatable. Jailer as well, very nice. We are practically dead. I think I'll hit the... Yeah, okay, hit Jailer. Trying to think if I have... If I go like... If I draw Smasher, take the initiative and the Monarch back, get the Matter Shaper and this back, then there's a world where I could win. So I'm not gonna jump, even though this thing's about to be exiled. Or did I cut the Reality Smash? No, let's do that. Oh, true. Every time I think I can possibly win, they just untap a 6/6, and then that's all she wrote. Only too short of Ulmog in the end, but too short, still too short. Glad to be on the play against them. Anything else I want to revisit? Not really. Yeah, that's fine. It's an interesting hand. Pretty interactive. My rule of thumb is that Saga plus a 2-drop play is good enough on 6, but not usually good enough on 7. But with Probe for a redraw, Misstep as interaction, and then Ivogan, I think this is just a borderline key. It's close because their deck doesn't play a lot of 1-drop, so if the Misstep just gets blanked because they go land Chrome Mox 2-drop, then this hand's going to look pretty bad, but if they just curve out normally, then we should be able to keep pace. Let's see what they're up to. They're on 6 cards. Stalactite Stalker, Fable, Snuff Out, Tomb, Marsh Flats, Foothills. Okay. Not too bad, I think that's manageable. Start with Telgats. Pretty fine with just misstepping the Stalactite. Again, there's not that many targets, and Stalker's not too bad. Actually, it's quite good with these double fetches in hand. No. If I can double kick Wastegate Battlemaid, it's actually a very clean answer to Fable. It bounces the token and then exiles the enchantment. So that's pretty cool if we can make that happen. Oh, they got a swamp? Okay. I just realized they got the swamp. Well, they can't Fable me next turn, so that's great news. I was gonna say we could play Beseiju Talisman, and then next turn go Ivugan and have double activation up to take up or to clean the ends of the Fable. But given that they're not going to be Fabling next turn, let's just play Talisman and plan to use Urza Saga. Maybe they've found some other kind of spell that they're happy to play on turn 2 for the 2 colorless and a black. Looks like they found some food, right? It's unfortunate. Do they have Coldra or not Batterskull? I feel like no one's Batterskull me in a while. Coldra would be pre-war. Cool. Oh, true. This just came out on Moto, so OP is making the most of it. This might sound crazy, but I think we can Emrakul next turn. 1, 2, 3. If I get Mana Vault, that'll be 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I'll have Enchantment Land in the bin. That's pretty cool. So let's just play I and plan to do that. Yeah, Saga going. Well, the turn Saga goes off is like such a massive uptick in mana that you get, especially for Emrakul, because you like float the mana, get Mana Vault, and then you get land enchantment in the graveyard. So it's almost like this turned into 6 Emrakul mana that turn, which is half of its cost. So that's pretty impressive. Magas, that's a problem. It's a good draw. The good news is we still have 4 types for Emrakul. The bad news is it's going to take a lot longer to get there. It's not terrible. I do like that one, but I can't really cast it. I guess I'm okay with drawing it. Let's just leave it for now, and we'll see what we want to do later. My thinking is that if we hit any 0 mana or any kind of artifact mana off the top with the Mystic Forge, then that'll give us a color source to Confluence. So we'll leave it on top for now, but depending on what they do in their turn, I could see getting rid of it and just trying to find something else to do. I assume they're going to go Snuff, Fable. Damn, what a brutal turn to draw the Magus. Definitely has not been my day. Snuff. Yeah. given we've already got a land for next turn, I don't mind just letting the Eldrazi Confluence get drawn. So we'll let it happen. Okay, get a free bauble. Get a Dark Depths on top. Dark Depths is very good. If you can get rid of this, then, well, if you play Dark Depths and then get rid of the Moon effect, then you get a free 20/20. But I think I just need to cast a spell this turn, to be honest. Let's just get rid of this. Actually, there's maybe a world where they'd let me. I think I might play the Battle Mage, block the Magus, and then they're going to try and bring back the pre-war Formware before I untap with all my mana. But I'll be able to. That would give me an opportunity to play the Eldrazi Confluence. I don't think I can leave this on top as is. Really just need to hit like a Soaring or a. Actually, that does kind of work. I can store the colorless now. That's not nothing. I'll take a big hit, but it's okay. Really awkward. I don't have. If I could just play this thing out, I'd feel okay about my spot. But I'm going to take a decent hit here. Let's use the bauble. Ancient Steel. Off the bauble. Another land to come. Five. So my recall's actually only costing. Well, it's costing a different amount now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 next turn. They take the Confluence, I can end recall. Oh no, they take Battle Mage, I can end recall. Opponents noting that Mystic Forge, you can't really tell if you cast something from hand or from top of your library without just checking your opponent's hand size as they cast a spell, which is one of the many idiosyncrasies of Mardu. They're also not sure if I can store a colorless, but you can. I'm glad this turn didn't involve them just slamming an initiative thing. I think that would be pretty much impossible to come back from. So there is maybe some light at the end of the tunnel, but I think any other threat on top of this will be a bit screwed. Yeah. I have 4 mana as well with the treasure token from the goblin, so definitely possibility of another threat here. Please die. Comet, yeah. Need some squirrels. So I don't think we're winning this one without an Emrakul. It's got to be this turn pretty much, so we'll have a few looks at some kind of fast mana off the top with our Mystic Forge, but outside of that I think it's over. It would be great if this Magus wasn't here. Yeah, it's not going to do it. Can play the Talisman. I'm going to have to play it. It's not like I just got this thing bounce. Yeah, we got to really just high roll here. Golos is not the high roll. Yeah, I think every option on this gold kills me. If I just play and kick this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I'll do it. I think there's one option. If the dog hits reanimate something small, then I can survive, but that's the only way. That also assumes nothing else. So I need to color this. Which is probably just better I just kick it with a bounce. Blue, colors, 2, bounce that, and hope for the best. Yeah, it's probably best I leave this Saga or the Fable so I could do something with it in the Emrakul turn, but yeah. Rats, squirrels kill me. Block here, and that's 5. Yep. GG's. Alright, thanks for watching guys. Stay tuned for the next one.